got a better bed, better for your head, better heads need shut eye.
Welcome back to what is likely going to be the last episode of Tearaway. I think this is pretty much the end of the game. I always had, points of reference to think about. Like that whole scene in the last episode with the other messenger and the failed messenger. That was... Whenever I beat a part, which I thought was close to the end of the game, I said, well, we haven't done that yet. But now, this is the only other part, that I remember. Maybe I have to start back here. This is the only other part that I remember. This really tough platforming area. After that, I think we're done. Okay, what? I think I hit an invisible wall there. Like, I jumped. He didn't move. Alright. If I'm dying at this part, like, I'm totally screwed. Because this is a tough platforming parts are coming up. Why am I going this way? It's just a stupid present here. Alright. Let's get these things. Lovely. Let's go for a thing. Let's throw them off. Well, it sucks to be that guy. I'm a mass murderer now. A fuzzy picture. Doesn't really matter though. This way. I think the white blocks are leading, towards optional things. Oops. Alright. There I go. Let's try this again. Alright, okay. We're going pretty fast here, but that's okay. And made it. What do you have to say? All the world tilting powers. Yeah, so this one you have to tilt and then walk off. There we go. I love that whistling sound. That's from me last episode. Oh, I have to save that guy's head. Hold on. What's this? Ooh, a bounce pad. Well, I guess this frees his head. Let's be really careful here. Get out of here, squirrels. Give me that. What? Get out of here, squirrels. Nope, nope. Are you serious? Get out of here. Run, 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 run. No, no. Give me that. Give me that. No. No, are you serious? Oh, now I'm determined. Now I want to get it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alright. I really want that pumpkin. What? Alright, Nnamz. Concentrate. Concentrate. Can't be dying here. I'll take that. Oh, it's even harder to get down because you have more air. There we go. Here you go, buddy. Sweet. That was completely optional, but I got determined. Alright, so be careful now. Tilt. Tilt right. Tilt left. Tilt left again. More tilting, I think. Nope, just jumping. Hey, there's the other messenger. Well, that's a faceless me. Faceless messengers. Alright, gonna tilt that one inwards. Tilt it outward. And jump across. So far, so good on the platforming. Like, I played a lot of Donkey Kong. I still haven't beaten that game yet, but I played a lot of it. And that game just made me realize that I could... any boss in any game, I could do it. Platforming, there are parts where I'm just like, no, I don't think I could do that. Like, platforming stuff is so frustrating to me. But this game is not that tough. And if this is the hardest it has, then no big deal. Wait. Oh, this is a secret way, I think. Oh, look at this. No! Yeah, that's... I think to get all the confetti, you have to go that way. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna continue down the main path. Alright. Looking good. I'm gonna slow it down a bit, I think. There we go. Okay, so I have glue, so I can walk across. So by doing this, I'm tilting the Vita left and right to control those pink things, which is a fantastic mechanic to combine with the glue. Oh, what an entrance. Would you mind making a mind-blowing star for me, he says. Alright. Stars are white. And let's draw a star. Ew, that's an ugly part. Let's fix that. Ah, let's scrap it. I can do this. What? Where'd my white paper go? Oh, there. Okay. Alright, let's draw the star. Make a star. Let's do it with my index finger. Whoa! Nah, let's try again. It's really hard to do this. Like, it's actually not easy. Good enough. Work of art, I say. A work of art. There's your star, bro. More cosmic than anything I saw out there. What do I do here? Oh, more tilting. Oh boy. All right. Okay, let's get this rolled out first. There we go. Oh boy. Whoa, whoa. At least it has a railing there, so I can't fall off. Alright. Oh, no, stay level. I have to keep it perfectly level, otherwise I fall off. Just to make it jump across. Oh, crap. Alright, let's try this again. At least I got all the confetti around there. Oh, whoops. Damn it. Tilt. Get it closer. Tilt back. Jump. And jump. Tilt this way. This is really cool. It's a really trippy part. What do I have to do? Oh, I have to shift. Tilt, but shift. Oh, wow. What? Wow, that was intense. This one's actually really hard. Alright, so this is like a DJ shift. Move here and jump across. Okay. Oh man, it's just a stupid present. Okay. Tilt this way again. Yep. Oh wait, here. So the red ones are safe, the pink ones flip. Why did I do that? Get on this one. Tilt back this way. Alright. Oh no. Oh my god. Wow. This is so well done. The U. Like it's such an intense platforming part that my hands were actually sweaty. Alright, reached a checkpoint. Normally, I guess I call it a video here, but we're almost done. So this video can go on a bit longer. No problem.
Little Iota, far from the sun, you embraced uncertainty and found your own true path. But where is your friend, the you? Did they become lost?
I'm right here.
No, they are here too.
She knows what's up.
You stayed with Iota. You helped and guided them on their journey. Together, you created a new tale. The message has been written.
But it remains undelivered and unread. Deliver the message, Iota. Let them read your story.
Alright. Well, now it's like all the things that I've done. That's the crown I made for that guy. The pumpkin I made. They climbed it. So we sang. Oh, I couldn't finish reading that. So we sing the song of their journey, I think it said. Those are the scientists I rescued. And the baby Wendigo. And there's gonna be a picture of me and him. Yep. Hey, bro. And the scientists. The scraps too. Normally that would be a picture of me, but I took a picture of my hand. It's a Vita. Okay, so this is my computer screen. Yeah. He's gonna dive into it. Let's do it. So it's symbolizing him diving into my world. See, how are they gonna do this? This is not gonna work on PS4. See, he looks up and it's gonna be me. Where's my hand? Hey, bro. Hey, over here. And that's it. He's gonna deliver his message now. So it's kind of like a melancholic ending, because essentially he dies. But you learn, like, you know, all he was a letter to you. And it's called The Story of You and Me. So let's open this. This probably has one of my favorite endings in a video game. I awoke and saw a monster in the sky. Was I in danger? Those are my fingers, obviously. And of course you could touch. It's like a pop-up book. You can touch things. Was it attacking me or helping me? That's cool. It's like a little diorama. I hid from it in the orchard. Something led me there. A little pop-out with an apple and a worm. And the king squirrel. A big angry face taught me to trust these guiding forces. I jumped 571 times. Now I felt ready to face the monster in the sky. Okay, yeah, that's the picture of me riding the pig. But I need help from a shouty head. That'll be the pumpkin, I think. Yep. And I carried it up the mountain to scare the monsters away. Yep, those are all the points that I did. I almost made it, but they threw an angry eye box at me. Those bullies were everywhere. I stood up to them and made a friend, but then he was taken away from me. But taken by who? I looked everywhere for my friend. Above ground and below. I saved him from the eye boxes. Everyone was reunited. That's cool. I like how they did that. And the heart there, that's the heart that I made. I realized the monster in the sun has been guiding me all along. These are all pictures of quote-unquote me. Helping me on my adventure, creating a story. I died 49 times. But a story is only a story when it's shared. We shared this one together, our story. Yeah, and it's a Vita. You've seen my world. But I've only imagined yours. Make me. See, wasn't that nice?
World. Make it a world of stories.
Wasn't that nice? You see, this is why, like, I mean, this is my... I'm gonna set down my Vita right now to talk about this game. This is my favorite Vita game, and while playing it the first time, I didn't know that right away. Like, I started it and I said I was excited to finally have another AAA game to play on the Vita, and of course excited that it was from Media Molecule that I love. And I loved it right away. Like, I was having fun and it was unique and everything. But the way the ending sort of tied everything together, and you're not going to get it really from this Let's Play because I wasn't serious about taking my own pictures or changing Sackboy, but it really, Sackboy Iota, but it really shapes the experience, and it's such a fantastic game. Like, it sort of like, the first time I beat it, and I saw that ending, and you know, my pictures were in there with Iota, and I never had anything break the fourth wall like that. It was such a special experience, and like, I can't recommend this game enough. You know, beating it a second time, you know, all those feelings are coming back, and I definitely still stand by what I said, saying that this is the best game on PlayStation Vita and my favorite game. And I do think that even people who've tried it and maybe, you know, don't agree that it's the best game, they at least acknowledge it's sort of unique and special. And playing it again has definitely made me want to try out the PS4 version to see what kind of things they're going to do, but I will say that it has an extremely high bar, not just in terms of polish and graphics and everything. Like, it's going to be more polished on PS4, it's going to be more graphically impressive on PS4, but that sort of intimacy that the Vita camera provides, the back touch of you forcing yourself into the world and helping, and things like that just are not possible on PS4. I don't think it's going to be as intimate as an experience, and as I've said, this game lives or dies by its intimacy. But that remains to be seen. I will be buying it, definitely. And whether I'm disappointed by it or impressed by it, or whether I like it less or more, that still remains to be seen. But yeah, this is also the first Let's Play that I finished all the way through, which is awesome. You know, it makes me feel really nice that I actually finished something on this channel. I finished a Let's Play. Wasn't an extraordinarily hard or long game to finish, but at least now that I know I could do it. I'm also really looking forward to Media Molecule's next project, Dream. And I know I talked about that a little bit in this Let's Play, but I was a little disappointed, of course, by that trailer, but Dream has a lot of potential, and I like how Sony, you know, I know they acquired Media Molecule after they made Little Big Planet, but I'm really happy that they just sort of gave them a carte blanche to do whatever they wanted to do, and just go ahead and create whatever they wanted to create, which is, like, you know, it usually when a studio gets acquired, you have the publisher sort of telling them exactly what to do. Like, I'm sure Infinity Ward or Treyarch or other studios want to do something else aside from Call of Duty, but there's no way Activision's going to let them do it. Whereas, you know, Sony, they could just run Little Big Planet into the ground with Media Molecule, but they decided to let them do other things, and that's how Tearaway was born, and that's how Dreams was born. So Tearaway being my favorite game on the system, and one of my favorite games of all time, actually. You know, I do have high hopes for Dreams, and, you know, I'm not gonna crap all over it just because I didn't like one trailer. I don't know enough about it. But yeah, I guess what's next for me here is I'm gonna play through... I guess I'll play through the Uncharted collection. I know that's coming out in September, is it? So I'm gonna play that in chronological order by the series. So I'm gonna start with Uncharted Golden Abyss, and then move on to Uncharted 1, play Uncharted 2, and play Uncharted 3, all the way through, leading up to Uncharted 4. So I'm looking forward to playing Uncharted Golden Abyss and doing a nice playthrough of that. I've already gotten the platinum in that game, so like I've explored everything, and I know like every nook and cranny of that game. So I'm really excited to actually play it again, because since I got the platinum in the first year, I haven't played it. And that was one of the, probably more so than Killzone, even more so than Killzone. It sort of personifies the console experience on the go that they promised, whereas, you know, it didn't feel adulterated in any way in terms of the single player campaign. It felt like an Uncharted game, and it had, like, you know, the motion capture, and it didn't feel cheaper than the other games. It looked a little less polished, but it didn't feel cheaper, which was, you know, awesome. So I will be playing that through and definitely having some solid commentary on that. Shuhei Yoshida. The soundtrack for this game is so good. I totally forgot how good the soundtrack was. As I mentioned in my review, like, I sat here staring at the credits when I beat it the first time, and for pre-ordering it, I think, or for getting it in the first week, you were given this the soundtrack for the game on your Vita, and I rushed over there to listen to it right away. It's so good. These are all the spouses and loved ones of the people who worked on the game. If anybody has ever beaten a Ubisoft game, you know how many people work on those titles. It's insane. So like the credits can go on for 20 minutes, but this was obviously a very small team, so they're all, including like the dupes, my friends, and the kitties everywhere. They're including like family members in the credits. Ham cakes. That's adorable. I think these are the kids, the future game makers. So wow, and again, the PS4 version of this game is going to have a really high bar. Definitely. In a way, I'm happy to actually get this out of the way, because Geometry Wars, a bun in the oven, someone was pregnant. Geometry Wars just came out too, and I wanted to definitely give that a shot, but Tearaway is so engrossing that when I'm playing it, I just didn't want to play anything else. I wonder. It's weird because I feel an attachment to Iota and Atoy more than I did to Sackboy. Where Sackboy was adorable, but just the way the story is written in this game really makes you feel attached to him. Whereas I never really liked the campaigns of Zelda. I never liked the campaigns of Little Big Planet games. With love from Media Molecule. Shuhei Yoshida. Yeah. Senior Development Manager, Tim Priest. Most of these people I've never heard of. So I wonder, so after Uncharted, all of the Uncharted games, I want to start doing more Let's Plays of games that like I can reasonably finish in a short amount of time. Like this Let's Play was 12 episodes, I think. If it goes on a little longer than that, I don't mind, but like people who do Let's Plays of RPGs, like I don't understand that. I also don't understand people who watch them, like those are so long. It's like, you know, eventually you just get tired of like watching people grind. So I'm gonna try to do Let's Plays of games with like a narrative that, you know, you're not doing repetitive things, you're advancing the plot, and that can be beaten in a reasonable amount of time. So whatever you guys want to see, let me know and I'll see what I can do. I'm definitely not gonna do Freedom Wars. I know that's probably my most requested game on this channel, like do Freedom Wars, play Freedom Wars. I don't like that game. I don't want to play it. And I already did one video talking. I played Freedom Wars actually in that video, and I talked about what my problem with the game was. I don't like it. I haven't beaten it. I will beat it one day, but it's not something that I enjoy doing. I want to play good games. But anything else aside from Freedom Wars, Monster Hunter is one that I actually want to do. I finished the story of it, but I never did like all the online quests or anything, so I'm actually looking for people to play with in that game. So if any of you want to play Monster Hunter, hit me up, let me know in the comment section. Yeah, I could do Monster Hunter, I could do, I want to do like a series of fighting games on Vita, so I wanted to like play like a versus mode against someone who's like reasonable at the game, for each of the fighting games, so I have them all, I think. And then sort of talk about it, because Vita is an awesome platform for fighting games with that awesome D-pad and stuff. What's a functional tester? Wow, I totally like, they did, even Media Molecule said that they have a small team, and these credits are just going and going. There's like hundreds of people who worked on this game. So, you know, like a game like this, how much do you think it was to make? They said it had a smaller budget than Little Big Planet, but what does that mean? How many millions? And the fact that it's coming out on PS4 just leads me to believe that it didn't turn a profit on Vita, which is such a shame. Because I would have loved another one. Same with Uncharted, like Sony Bend was pitching another Uncharted for Vita, which would have been great. Even if Vita was not going to have like amazing third-party or first-party support, if it just had like the sequels to all of the good games that it had, I would have been happy. I would have been perfectly fine. They would have all come out like this, like last year or this year, and then after that it can just be an indie machine. But I feel like we got screwed out of like 2 really good years of the Vita because Sony gave up too early. I don't care that all the third parties give up. It's not their responsibility to save the platform. But Killzone Mercenary 2 really should have come out. Uncharted Vita 2 really should have come out. Another Wipeout game should have come out. Another stab at Resistance as well. You know, and like another Call of Duty. The game sold 1 million units and it was crap. But that's the sad part about playing this game. It sort of made you realize the potential of this machine and how this game came out in 2013. And this was the swan song, as sad as it sounds, for first-party games on the Vita. There hasn't been anything remotely as good since then. Not to mention from a Western studio. There hasn't been anything at all from a Western studio. A big Western studio since this game, and it's been almost 2 years now. And recently, actually, Shuhei Yoshida said that this was the plan all along, which I don't buy for a second. This was not the plan all along. But he says that, you know, Vita came out a couple of years before PS4, and he said that they had 2 years of creating content that's similar to actually wait, sorry, Tearaway came out in did it come out in 2013? I think so. Anyway, they had 2 years of it came out in 2012, I think. Anyway, whatever. 2013. So they said they had 2 years after Vita came out, or Shuhei Yoshida said 2 years after Vita came out, they were going to make AAA games for it. And then PS4 would come out, which sets a new bar for AAA games. And he said at that point, they had no intention of continuing to develop AAA games for the Vita. Which, I don't buy that for a second. And Sony has been amazing at sort of, reaching out to their fan base and being honest and whatever. But the Vita is just surrounded by lies. Like, it is, they lie through their teeth. Like, Sony's very reactionary. So, Vita came out and didn't do as well, and games like Tearaway and Killzone were in development for the Vita since the Vita was launched. Like, it's been probably before that. So they couldn't just abandon those projects. That's the problem. And so they said, alright, we're going to finish these projects. But they realized probably after the first year, maybe after the first few months, that they're not going to develop any more Vita games. So they just finished the ones that they could finish, canceled the ones that they couldn't, and switched to this sort of like third-party acquisition team getting indies to make games for Vita as well as PS4. So people interested in making games for PS4, PS3, they have a team saying, hey, come on, Vita too. Which is great. Thank God they did that, otherwise Vita would be dead. And some of the best games I've played on Vita are indie games. But playing a game like this, it's bittersweet, because I love indie games and I'll continue to play indie games, but I also like games like this. I like bigger games. I like games like Killzone and games like Wipeout, games like Uncharted. The promise of the Vita, which is pretty much never going to be fulfilled at this point. Actually, too, Gravity Rush was recently leaked. Gravity Rush 2 was recently leaked the Gravity Rush remaster for PS4 was recently leaked. It's almost certain that it's going to be remastered for PS4, which in and of itself pretty much confirms that Gravity Rush 2 will be at least on PS4. And there are some people holding out hope that Gravity Rush 2 will be also on Vita, but I doubt it. If they're bringing it to PS4, they're going to want to sort of use the power of the system in a way, not just to make the game look prettier, but to sort of like realize that open world. And the minute they do that, it can't be a Vita game anymore, because you can't just downscale the graphics. They have to actually change the world. So I have a feeling it's just going to be a PS4 game, which, I have a feeling they're going to end with Tearaway Unfolded. I hope it sells well on PS4, but I don't have a good feeling for that. And part of me wants all of the Vita games that they're turning into PS4 games and all of the teams, all of the PS4 teams that they're putting on, all the Vita teams that they're putting on PS4, like Bend and everything. I kind of want those projects to, part of me, I don't want to see Bend fail. I don't want to see Studio Japan fail. But if they do fail, it kind of would be a message to Sony saying, like, you fucked up. Bend should be on the Vita, and Studio Japan should be on the Vita. And all the studios they closed, they should have kept one or two of them open to keep pumping out Vita games. But they just switched everything to PS4. And do they really think that Studio Japan, or Bend of all studios, can keep pace with Sucker Punch, can keep pace with Naughty Dog? No, they can't. Their games are gonna get buried by Uncharted, or Quantic Dream, those are big studios, and Bend is a small studio, and you're putting them on PS4. It just doesn't make sense. And I just don't see games I feel like a game like The Order 1886 is pretty indicative of smaller teams and how they do on bigger consoles. And so you're going to see bend. Maybe they'll make a siphon filter. Maybe they'll make something like that. And I don't see it selling very well, or like enough to justify the costs. And hey, Ryan Clements, look at that. That's It's Human, the PlayStation Blogcast, guys. Anyway, I don't see it selling well enough to justify it, basically. But it remains to be seen. I have high hopes for Tearaway Unfolded and whatever Bend is doing. I don't think it's another siphon filter, but I just hope it's not going to be like as disappointing as The Order was, sales-wise and in terms of critical reception. I wonder too, we're in 2015 now. Vita's been out since 2012 worldwide, so it's been 3 years, which, you know, that's about halfway through its life cycle. PSP came out in 2004, yeah, in 2005 in the US, so we'll say 2005 worldwide. And then Vita came out in 2011 and 2012 worldwide. So we'll say like 6 or 7 years is the life cycle of a system before the successor comes out. So Vita is about halfway through its life cycle in terms of successors, if it ever gets one. And it hasn't had a Western AAA game in 2 years. So it had like 2 years, or like a year and a half of Western third-party support. Yeah, it remains to be seen. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. I wonder what kind of system it's going to be. I wonder, I wonder if how soon or how long it will take for the user base to sort of change. Because from what you see, if you look at the PlayStation YouTube channel, whenever a Vita game is shown, 99% of the time it's an indie game. And whenever it's an indie game, you see it's like half dislikes or more. People are so mad that whenever they see an indie game, which, everyone knows my stance on that. I think it's the stupidest thing in the world. People who hate on indie games are ridiculous. They, play games because they're good. Don't play games because they're from a big publisher or they're popular. It just shows that, it's just such a closed-minded thing to do. So I wonder when those people are finally gonna sell their Vitas, because the Vita right now will never be what they want it to be, ever. There's AAA games are not in the system. So I feel like they should just sell the system, and people who, like me, or like other people who appreciate the Vita for what it is now, even if they're mildly disappointed that AAA games aren't coming out, I wonder when they're going to sort of outnumber. Hey, Chris Roper and Sam Bishop, they were on Podcast Beyond. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder when they're going to outnumber the people who are just bitching and whining and waiting for AAA games all the time. So, yeah, I wonder, maybe in 2 or 3 years, when enough of those people have sold their Vitas and Vitas sold more units. Also, I wonder when they're going to do a price cut, because as far as I know, there's only been one price cut on the Vita ever, which is weird. There's only been that one big price cut, and there's also been a price cut on the memory cards, but I want to see memory card prices slashed in half and a big price cut on Vita. I wonder what that's gonna do. It's a really long credit scene. That's oh, I think I skipped it. There we go. How much have I seen and done? 44%. Where am I now? The message. Okay. Well, that's it for Tearaway. That was a fun Let's Play, guys. I'm really happy that I was able to actually finish one. It's pretty satisfying, actually. But more importantly, thank you for watching. I'm definitely going to do more of these and try to complete Let's Plays now instead of just uploading a few gameplay videos and stopping. But again, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed Tearaway. If you haven't bought it, please go out and buy it. I love this game, and I want more people to play it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next game. Bye.